Good morning, everybody. Or good evening. Y'all, it's book club day. It's book club day. Let's go. Fuck yeah. We get to talk about the horsemen today. We get to talk about the horsemen of the apocalypse and how, like, they get down. They get down. I have things to talk about this book. Also, I am smothering myself in cream at the moment. I probably should have done this like 30 minutes before stream, but like, fuck it. This can be both book club and also the stream where I talk about slathering myself in cream. You know, I think we've got the range. I think that I can do it. Let me say good morning. And then I can like barely remember the events of the book. So I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna summarize it. I fear that I'm gonna summarize it really, really, really badly. We're gonna see what happens. Hey, Ethan, good afternoon. It's good to see you. I'm okay. I'm going to finish. Let me finish freaking frosting myself like a fucking donut for 2 seconds. And then, I will be completely and totally ready for book club. I swear to God. I managed to, when I say smothering myself in cream, specifically, I mean like icy hot, because I managed to like sprain my leg or something. I don't know, because like literally all that I did like for Thanksgiving was sit down and eat food. So I feel like this is like a new record in terms of like, oh, I feel it in my eyes. Oh, I feel it all up in my eyes. Oh, the cream is in my eyes. Okay. All right. It's fine. I'm so ready. I'm so ready for book club. You don't even freaking know. Okay. Oh my God. It's in my eyes. Okay. No. I'm super ready. I swear. But yeah, no, somehow, I don't know how the fuck I managed it. I managed to like completely sprain my leg. And all that I did was sit down, and it doesn't really make any sense. I'm thinking that maybe I just sat stupid. Because, I do sit very, very stupid from time to time. Hello there. Hey, Trippy. Good morning. It's good to see you. What is it called? Happy belated Thanksgiving. I hope that your Thanksgiving was good and restful and all of that good stuff. I was just rambling about 2 things. One, I barely remember the events of the book. So I don't know how the heck I'm gonna summarize this thing. And the other was that icy hot is really strong, like smell wise, like everything wise. Like I sprained my leg sitting down. That's how geriatric I am. That's how old I am. Okay. I sat wrong. And my body was like, how dare you not use a chair properly like a human being? Yeah, so icy hot is happening because I was a fool who forgot to apply it before stream. It was an interesting Thanksgiving full of conspiracy lacking father figures. Okay. Conspiracy lacking father figures. Okay. Full of conspiracy. I at the very least hope that the conspiracy was like an interesting, entertaining one, that like, I don't know, one of the fun ones, one of the fun conspiracies. I don't think there's any fun conspiracies left. All of the joy of conspiracy theories has been completely sucked out of it. Completely and totally sucked out of it. I remember back in my day, the conspiracies were fun because mostly they were just about aliens and shit. You know, now it's like shoot up bleach or something. I don't fucking know. Hey, Eric, good morning. It's good to see you. Happy belated Thanksgiving to you as well. I hope that your Thanksgiving was good too. I'm totally not procrastinating attempting to summarize this book. Not at all. Me? Procrastinating. Yo, I filled this book with post-it notes, right? Like, this thing is absolutely fucking loaded with post-it notes. But, oh no, I did take notes. Holy shit. The notes are so small. Hold on. Oh, okay, no. I did. They're not notes. They're snarky comments. It doesn't count. No. The note, never mind. I take it back. The notes that I took are not particularly helpful. But, I don't know. I can open up... I can see, one of these just says no, underlined. One of these just says no, underlined many, many, many times with like an arrow pointing to a passage. So we're about to have a time. My sister and her husband believe the following. Flat Earth? No moon landing. Elvis is still alive. The Queen of England was a lizard. Oh man, what a collection. What a collection of things. Oh no, why Flat Earth? No! Oh no, not Flat Earth. My deepest apologies and condolences. That is occurring, and also that you had to listen. Oh, and that vaccines cause autism, of course, naturally. Who does not know that? And Tylenol, apparently. Catch me before stream downing an entire bottle of Tylenol trying to give myself turbo autism for the content. They rolled back on Tylenol. Really? That was fast. I wonder if it was the threat of being sued, mayhaps. I am shocked that got rolled back. And also, I don't know, I haven't really been on top of the news for the past few weeks like I should be. I had no fucking clue that they retracted that statement. They usually retract things so quietly that it's difficult to find. Oh man, so yeah, no, it sounds like your Thanksgiving was like incredibly eventful. I fear that I can't say the same. What the heck did I do? Literally, I got dragged back into reality television hell. There's that. That's what I did for Thanksgiving. I got dragged kicking and screaming back into reality television hell. I watched I'm all caught up on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And I've watched a large chunk of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Neither of these things, I'm sure, interest anybody, though. I watched House with Mom. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, that's adorable. I hope that was a good time. That's so freaking sweet. What else happened? Yeah, no, literally just food, and then, yo, I played, what the fuck is the name? Blueprints? The puzzle game. Like the puzzle game where you need like a pen and paper to like write everything down and whatnot. I played it, and I'm actually super glad that I did, with my sibs. It was me and my sibs solving puzzles and blueprints, and it was a shit ton of fun. Oh my god, it was a shit ton of fun. I'm incredibly tempted to buy the game for a computer for stream now. Because of the amount of fun it was. I'm kind of like low-key obsessed. Like, high-key. Not even low-key. It's not low-key at all. Like, I desperately want to play that game again. But the only way that I can, like, convince myself that it's worth buying is if I play it on stream. So, like, we might. I'll see. I do need to do Christmas, Steam game shopping. It's it's about that time of year once more where I buy games. Good evening, Miss Taffy. Hey, Olive. Good morning. Good morning. It's good to see you. I need to, let me write down a little note to myself. Actually, I could technically just tell you right now. Olive, I think that you're probably right about Worm, and that I could probably only break it up into 2 book clubs instead of 1. I think 3 might drag on, was my thought. If there's like, I'd rather there be 2 book clubs and there's tons to talk about than 3 book clubs and like the third one is just like, meh, we don't really need to keep talking about it, you know? Also, I would have a better sense of it if I need to finish it. Oh, I also cut a chunk of my thumb off. Still wearing a band-aid on that one. Helped a young woman who passed out at the mall on Friday. There was much fun had. Oh, no. Oh, Jesus, man. That sucks. That fucking sucks. How? Okay, you don't have to answer because it's none of my business and I'm being nosy. But how on earth did you cut a chunk of your thumb off? I never read this book. That's alright. Unfortunately, I think I need bed. No problem. I would maybe extend beyond 2 hours if you find yourself needing to talk about things. Better to have something to say than leave things unsaid. I see. Hey, Ethereal Crow. Good morning. It's good to see you. I could put the Worm, book clubs on Saturdays. I could put them on Saturdays. It could be 2 Saturdays back to back, maybe. I think that would work. The stream schedule, y'all, I did post the stream schedule in Discord for the month of December, and it is 2 weeks of no streaming, which I apologize for. I fear it can't be helped. Christmas is in like a weird spot this year. I think it's like on a Thursday or something. And so like, you know, obviously like people are visiting the weekend before Christmas, which means that like, you know, it's like a whole thing. It's a whole fucking thing. I was chopping onions as one does. That's what I see. Oh, that sucks, man. I'm sorry. Hey, King, I'm not awake. King isn't here. Don't tell her I'm here. Hey, King. Good morning. It's good to see you. Although I feel like I should probably be saying good evening to you, shouldn't I? Shouldn't I, King? Why do I feel like this is an all-nighter situation that happens and now it is suddenly 8 a.m.? It's good to see you. Oh gosh, y'all, I need to learn to answer my text messages. Oh my god, me writing a note to remind myself to answer my messages. Okay, there we go. I wanted to sleep 2 hours ago. No, it's a 48-hour situation now. It's too late now. You're awake. Okay, I wasn't even gonna say anything about that. Listen. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Okay, Saturday. More like Saturdays. Hey. And I'm going to pod you heavy style. You're going to get the full experience of an abused animal forced to perform for a circus. You did not need to plan out Worm. I do need to plan out Worm. I do. Oh, also I need to drink water. Did I came just to hear no streaming in 2 weeks. Fuck y'all. I hate my viewers. No. No. Okay, I was talking about the horrors of the holiday season. Y'all, this happens every year. Like, I know, you know, this literally happens every year. I have to do the thing where I have to cancel 1,000 streams in November and December. Like, it's inevitable. Hey.
to book in third person.
I am not Pestilence, okay? I'm clean and not diseased. Okay, I'm the least diseased person you know, okay? Also, hey, thank you so much for the 24 months, Zen. I appreciate it. Let's go. We could almost hear the TTS. Almost? Are you kidding me? And I heard it loud and clear. And I heard it loud and clear that time. Fuck, man, fuck. Shit. Oh, she turns and said, hey guys, Bibliotappy here. I hate my viewers. I don't want them to suffer. This is because I'm evil and green, so I'm not going to not stream for 2 weeks. Don't tempt me. I will so go to work sleep deprived. It'll either make work better or make work significantly worse. I think it depends. It depends on the gamble. If you're feeling like sleep deprived, drunk or not. You do not need to plan out worm. Oh, Taffy, I think Olive actually said the exact opposite thing. I mean, didn't you though? I mean, you know, but what if I planned out worm? I also heard I hate my DMs, especially. Sadly, listen, I have been, oh, why is YouTube being silly? Oh, that's silly. I'm still streaming, right? Okay, usually when YouTube cuts out, I get a little scared that it's decided to just, if I back up in the playlist? No? Okay, what if I go to a different playlist? Oh, it's my, never mind. It's my headphones that are fucked up. That's what it is. I think I kicked my microphone. Okay. Oh no, it's happening. I don't have anything I need motivation for. I just remember this makes you panic, and I wanted to do games. What am I supposed to do? Oh no. Okay. Just like, you know, remember that you can do anything. You can do anything that you set your mind on. Anything in the world. Do you want to climb mountains? You can do that. Do you want to drink a gallon of milk? You could do that too. Why? I don't know why you would want to do that. You can like go outside and dig in the dirt and pick up weeds and anything is possible. Oh my god. The amount of panic. Oh my god, y'all. Oh my gosh. Okay, oh, I mean, I did edit. You just say Taffy sucks in that one. Edit. We could almost hear the TTS. Oh, surely you aren't stinky. Doggy side-eye. We heard it on 10 decibels. By the way, can we talk about Sarah Burns being a firefighter? It's great. It hurts. Okay, it hurts that Sarah Burns is a firefighter. This book is so on the nose, it's painful. Oh, you do not need to plan out word. Taffy, rein in your dyslexia, please. I can't, okay? I can't. This is slander. I'd only fit in a Dragon Ball edit. Dig deep, Taffy, dig deeper. I remember grade 1 English. It's so far away. Okay, do you remember the last time that I took grade 1 English? The ground was rocks, okay? The earth was made of molten lava and was spinning horrifically in the middle of the universe was when I took grade 1 English. It was so long ago. I can't remember that shit. You Can Do Anything is actually a great Sonic song. You should try to spin dash like Sonic. Taffy said anything is possible. Anything is possible. Even spin dashing. Oh, thanks, Miss Taffy. I'm going to feed young, immune-deficient children unpasteurized milk and raw meat to turn them into top cheese. No! Oh, no! Anything is possible, but should we do it is the real question here. But should we be doing it? Oh, you do need to plan out word. Locate the word, not in this sentence. She's misread this 3 times, half of which is me telling her she's misread it. What happened in grade 1 English? And how are you people here for that? Oh no, I mean, I assume that no, I know this. Why am I saying assume? Like, I feel like grades 1 and like before 1. What comes after 1? The pre grade 1 English. You know, I think that's when you learn how to read. There's Sarah Burns being a firefighter, and then we have John Stinky. You wouldn't believe what horseman he is. My sister legit only gives her kids unpasteurized. No, those poor kids and their poor stomachs. Oh, that ain't right. I tell ya, that ain't right at all. Okay, I'm actually struggling to see. It's super bedtime. No one told Happy I was here. I taught myself to read with little critter books. Fuck grade 1 fancy school and hell yeah. Oh, okay, but that's badass, learning how to read with the little critter books. Also, since you are going to sleep, thank you so much for stopping by, King. I appreciate it. Sleep well. After staying up all night. I hope you get plenty of rest. Oh, I wish my mom gave me protein shakes instead of milk when I was a baby. Maybe I would be stronger. Could you imagine baby protein shakes? Wait, I mean, okay, hold on. Can a case be made that formula is a baby protein shake? I feel like the case can be made for that. But like formula, it's just a protein shake for babies. I'm pretty sure, since it has like all of the nutrients that a freshly hatched human would need. There's probably protein in there. So like bam. It's just and it's made with like warm water and milk. And like formula powder, which is like super similar to a protein shake. I hope you destroy the enemy's kingdom in your dreams. Oh, you also dream of acting out horrific crimes. I can't. She and her husband are too far gone. Oh man. No. I'm like king of hopes and dreams. We don't destroy here, except for M&Ms. We destroy those. 99 for real. Bye. See you later. Okay, y'all. It's time. I have procrastinated enough. I think I've procrastinated enough. Oh god. Yeah, no. You know how difficult it is, like when like a set of parents have their mind on doing something, like especially like when it comes to like this very specific details of raising their kids. Like it's impossible. It's almost impossible to get them to see reason or sense. Like, I fear it's one of those things that can't be helped. If they're not gonna listen, they're not gonna listen. Oh, this reminds me, due to family drama, one of my nieces is now gone from the family, and she was born from my brother-in-law's previous marriage. Oh, I see. Things must be getting pretty wild then. I love me some tendons in my shroom cream. Hell yeah. I refuse to get involved with kids, so this never happened to me. You see kids existing in the family and you're like, nope, and turn right around. DNI, not engaging at all whatsoever. Okay, y'all, this godforsaken book. Okay, Pestilence. The Pestilence. Honestly, I feel like this can be summarized probably the fastest out of all the other books. I don't know if it's because I can barely remember. Disclaimer, once again, I'm having a very difficult time coming up with the individual events of the book, so we're gonna, just take my summary with a grain of salt. So basically, Sarah Burns is a firefighter. She lives somewhere in the middle of America. She lives somewhere in the United States. I forget where. They say where she lives. I simply don't remember it. And so the pestilence horseman has come down to earth and is spreading his pestilence here, there, everywhere. You know how it is when, like, the apocalypse comes and pestilence is just spraying the sickness everywhere. Everybody's getting down with the sickness, like, everywhere around the lands or whatever. And, like, he's doing the thing, he's killing people, whatever. People humans obviously don't like that. Most humans want to stay alive, generally speaking. And so, you know, they're fighting back against pestilence or whatever. And so she's in the middle of nowhere in this tiny town, and she's a firefighter. And the rest of the firefighters like sit around, and they're drawing straws to see who gets the short straw for who has to stay behind in their tiny town and not evacuate, because they hear that pestilence is coming, so everybody's evacuating so they don't get the plague and drop dead. And whoever draws the short straw has to stay behind to try to kill pestilence, to try to slow him down so that way everybody else can get away and live. And so naturally, Sarah Burns draws, you know, the short straw. She goes out there and, you know, she waits for Pestilence to arrive, and she sees Pestilence and she tries to kill him, and it doesn't go so well. You know, her attempting to kill Pestilence, like, she sets him on fire, I'm pretty sure, and like she thinks that he's, you know, dead, but he's an apocalyptic horseman, so like obviously fire can't kill him. And so then he kidnaps her because he looks at her immediately and he is like entranced by Sarah Burns. He is like, oh my, something is different. I am overcome with emotion. She must come with me. And so he lifts her onto his horse, because he has a horse, because of course he's a horseman, so I guess, you know, he needs a horse, his mythical undead horse. And so yeah, he takes her and kidnaps her, and he's like, you're coming with me. And then, you know, he sort of just drags her across the country for most of the book as he's spreading his pestilence, spreading his disease everywhere. And what is it called? And so like, whilst a major part, okay, from Canada, okay, firefighter, Pestilence is being stinky, he doesn't die, she gets kidnapped. Seemingly nuclear bomb can comprehend human emotion, and she's like, actually got kidnapped, and this is a nuclear bomb, and I'm a coughing baby, but I like him because I don't have Stockholm syndrome, and that's mostly it. I thought he was the horseman because of how hung he is. I think I was reading the wrong book. Oh my god, I mean, you know, I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if being hung was mentioned as somewhere in this book. Like I have a bone to pick with the way that some of these things are written, but anyway, staying on task. So like they go throughout, you know, the continent, picking through towns, as Pestilence is killing, and so she spends the majority of the book like trying to convince him to not kill people with sickness, caring for the people that he's killing with sickness, because like they're sick and so they don't die instantly. You know, it's not like they immediately get turbo plague and then they're like and then, you know, keel over dead. Like, I think they say that it's like 3 days or something. Like they catch a disease and then they die in 3 days or whatever. So like it's a pretty miserable experience, like all around. Oh wait, if it was just dark romance, oh heaven, my writing, I'm going to bed now, for real. Thank you for stopping by, Olive. I appreciate it. I hope that you sleep well. They just like, she goes around and tries to like help the people that like he's making sick. Like they meet a couple people that like help Pestilence understand that like humans aren't that bad, you know? Like, yeah, sure, they do things like global warming and crime, but also like they're not bad. They have some good qualities to them. If he's the horseman of Pestilence, did he give her all the diseases? I mean, weirdly weird. I mean, I guess it's not that weird, but because he's Pestilence, he can also heal all sickness. And so he spends he spends portions of the book actively fighting off infections that she has contracted, rolling around in mud and like with open wounds, because he's like, oh no, I cannot let her die. And so yeah, he just spends a lot of time making sure that she doesn't, like, I don't know, die from mud poisoning or whatever. Hold on. Let me scroll up 2 seconds. You can't understand how happy I am that no one in my family has kids. A child daycare center would make that a week. Only a casual. I can't. Oh man. Okay. But yeah, like, so they go, you know, eventually over time, like, he begins to have emotions and feelings for Sarah Burns, which is natural because, like, they're the only two people that they talk to on a daily basis for, like, weeks and weeks and weeks at a time. So, like, he is like, oh no, I have emotions. He's also, like, really weird, in the sense that, like, I don't think he understands most things about humanity, and so, like, Sarah has to teach him things, which is a personal ick for me, because, like, he's just out here like, what is a toothbrush? And she's like, oh, okay, you don't know how to, like, brush your teeth. But she doesn't teach him how to brush his teeth in the book. I'm just using it as an example. And then, you know, she has to walk him through basic tasks, and I'm like, this isn't romantic to me personally. This is the opposite of romance. Whatever the fuck the opposite of romance is, that's what it is. Anyway, so, like, eventually, you know, they, like, get together. They get together in the sense that they start sleeping together, but they're still arguing about the whole, like, him doing the pestilence thing. I love that Sarah's in a dialogue at some point. It's like, damn, this dude has some depth in his way of thinking about the absolute polonium-based disease he is inflicting in this poor victims. Damn, so interesting. What do you mean Stockholm Syndrome? I wouldn't be surprised if Pestilence himself doesn't know what a toothbrush is. I mean, yeah, he is Pestilence. I mean, like, cleanliness and pestilence don't really go that well together. Yeah, so they just, like, squat in houses, they start sleeping together. Eventually, toward the end of the book, what is it called? Like, word begins to spread that Pestilence has a quote-unquote girlfriend. Why they would think that, I don't know. I don't know why the people in the book consider her a girlfriend and not a hostage. That's interesting, but that's not really important for right now during the summary. So, like, they kidnap like, there are people that are trying to kill Pestilence. They kidnap Sarah Burns in order to get to him, to draw him out. They attack him and, like, burn him alive again. So he gets burned alive a second time. And she escapes her captors, her human captors, and helps to save Pestilence because she cannot bear to see him injured or hurt or whatever, even though Pestilence once again cannot die. And so, you know, after that incident, she leaves him. They get into an argument or something. And they also say that they love each other, I think, around this period in time. She leaves to go back home in Canada, I suppose. And Pestilence, like, arrives a while later after he stops doing the plague thing. You know, he's changed his ways. He has retracted his plagues. And he is leaving the continent of North America alone. And he, you know, returns, he finds Sarah Burns, and he's like, I have given up my pestilence powers and my immortality. I am a normal human man, so that way I can spend a lifetime with you. And, like, he decides to use a human name, because, mind you, he hasn't used a human name this entire book. So, like, anytime that Sarah wants to refer to him, it's by saying the word pestilence, which I feel, his name is Victor. At the end of the book, he decides to name himself Victor. Perfectly respectable name, nothing wrong with the name Victor. I'm just surprised that he didn't have a nickname through most of the book. She really called this man Pestilence for 300 pages. Okay. And that's it. And that's it. And then they get married, question mark, and have babies. And that's the end. And that's the end. And then they get married and have babies. Personal ick. It felt at times like Pestilence was a kid and she had to explain things like a child. It was so off-putting to me. I felt the exact same way. The exact same way. Like the ick of like, oh, like why? Like I don't like this. Like he really didn't know much. Like he didn't know anything. And like having to like have it explained in like very simple terms was like, oh, this is not it. This is kind of gross. But yeah, but I don't get Sarah. She knows that she can't see him get hurt, despite her seeing him hurt people several times and knowing that he is immortal. I was like assuming that it was one of those things where it's like, oh, you cannot bear to see the people that you love be injured. You know, I just remember that the TTS was low and that I need to do something about that. I literally just thought of what the fix for that is going to be. It's actually really easy. Okay, that's written down, and also that's not on topic. I'm mad she didn't name Pestilence John Stinky. I'm surprised that like Sarah never gave him a nickname at all whatsoever. Pestilence is a mouthful. Like, it really is. Okay, the first question. How do you feel about Sarah? Is she a good protagonist? I don't know how I feel about Sarah, y'all. Like, I don't... And weirdly, the whole Stockholm syndrome, falling in love with Pestilence is like, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Like, that's fine. Like, that's par for the course, you know? That's nothing. It's like the way that she speaks sometimes feels crazy. It feels strange and like I don't know why she's talking like this. I'm going through my tabs. I'm going through all of my post-it notes. I love it. One of these post-it notes just says ew. Okay. Oh, ew. Okay, I know why that one says ew. Okay, like this one, so here's like page 29 of this book. He exhales like I'm impossibly tedious, which I am, but honestly, homeboy has a long learning curve ahead of him because he ain't seen nothing yet and ignores me. I can't describe why this pisses me off. Like, I feel like Sarah Burns is Sarah Burns who lives in a very like rural town and like is a firefighter. And I think I personally don't believe that she would talk this way. I think is partially the issue for me. Also, I like that we literally, the most romance ending ever. Oh wow, I abandoned everything for you and we have babies, that's it. I mean, yeah, I feel like romancing the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse is really difficult. I feel like 2 things need to happen with like romances of this particular nature and these particular circumstances, because I think you want like a quote-unquote good ending, right? I could have just called him Pest. Honestly, if she called him Pest, that would have been funny. Like, I feel like that would have been hilarious because like he was a pest. He was literally like lice across the entire continent, just spreading everywhere, just being gross and nasty. Like, I feel like that would have been fucking funny. I feel like Sarah is a psycho. Stockholm Syndrome is half the romance protagonist of this type of book. I like that she talks at times like a shit. Yes! Like she talks like a shit poster sometimes. Oh, but how fucking cool would it be if we had a bad ending? I would have liked it more. So like, there were in my opinion, I think there were only two ways that it could have had a good ending. One is what happens, like he gives up everything. He gives it all up for her. You know, all of his mythical powers and immortality. He doesn't want them anymore. He wants to die like a normal human someday. Or two, she somehow acquires supernatural powers. And then they're both on the same level. Like, no matter what, they at the end of the book they have to end on equal like footing. Which in this case means that like somebody needs to get powers or somebody needs to lose their powers. Little bro doesn't know shit about humans. He is so skitty at times. I think I could raise him up. Sarah Burns, yes. Like Sarah Burns talks like she spent a weird amount of time online, and like, how? Why? Like, there's nothing else about her that indicates that would be the case. She's just a normal firefighter who lives in the middle of nowhere. And it seemed like she lived a normal, rural town life. But the way that she speaks drives me up the wall. Or that, I was thinking of her having powers. That's what I would like. If she became a fallen angel of some sort. Especially because, and you see, I don't think that would be completely out of like, out of the question, like story-wise, because like at the very start she can see his like angel tattoos, right? Because at the end of the day the four horsemen are just like angels or some shit, like they're celestial beings or whatever. And so like Pestilence has a bunch of like these like glow-in-the-dark tattooed words on him, and like can't she read one of the words or something? Something to that degree or whatever. I hope that I'm not getting my four horsemen books confused. But I think that she might be able to like, I don't know, something, like she has connection to like his tattoos or whatever. There's some sort of connection there. So the four horsemen are human concepts, right? According to the Bible, she could have been a concept such as love, justice, understanding. Yes. Yeah, no. Like she could have. And I think personally it would have been cute if like but the thing is that would have changed the trajectory of the book so heavily. It would have been like a completely different book if she gained supernatural powers. But like I think it would have been cute if she became a concept that would balance Pestilence. Like Pestilence is Pestilence, and then maybe she could be Mercy or something. Whatever. I don't know. One of the virtues. I don't know. There is 7 virtues, so it would be kind of weird to only have 4 virtues be human. It doesn't matter. It was a possibility. It was a possibility. I think it would have been cute if like they balanced each other out, and as long as she has her powers and he has her powers, that like, you know, they would negate each other and it would have been fine. But also, like, I can't knock the ending. I feel like everybody goes home and has babies is like, that's just what happens at the end of a romance book. That's the end of almost all romance books. Literally, that's just it. That's just what happens. You get to the last 5 pages and you're like, and here, the last 5 pages are dedicated to the infants that will be birthed from their union. Like, it's just what happens. Which she sees the angel tattoo in his back when he removes his shirt for some reason, which means she could see the tattoo. They could have given divine reasons. They could have. Like, I feel like everybody, like all of the humans were technically able to see his tattoos. It's just that there was never an opportunity for it to be mentioned or like utilized in any way, shape, or form. But you know, it could have, like, there was opening there for it to go like in a supernatural way, which is wrong because the horsemen aren't angels. They're concepts of apocalypse. I mean, yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. Out of all of the things in the book, the horsemen being angels instead of just harbingers of the apocalypse, unrelated to celestial beings in heaven, like, I don't care. Like, it's fine. Tats are hot. Who said that? Hey, Bellamy. Good morning. It's good to see you. I mean, you're not wrong. In later books, the only thing that I like about specifically Death, Death has a shit ton of tattoos, and that's his only saving grace. Because everything else about Death, it just like pissed me off. That's not important. We're talking about Pestilence right now. Hey there, Taffy. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I am. So far, so good. I woke up and rolled out of bed, and now I'm here. So things are going good so far. I hope that you as well are having a fantastic day. Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Yes. Death, the Horseman of the Apocalypse. Smash, marry, kill. Okay, like based on the books. Oh, when? There's only 4 of them. I mean, there's not much to like. There wouldn't be much to do there. And one of the reasons I don't like romance is that no matter what the argument is, about 90% of the times the books end as, and then they have kids. And we can have that, and they reign over Humanity Kingdom, or they went to live on the Bahamas. I highly recommend reading, okay. So there are different tropes. There's different tropes between like queer romance and like straight romance. And like I've only noticed the we get married, have 1,000 babies endings in straight romance. And I feel like the ending that you're looking for is more likely to be found in queer romances. There's a significantly less of a focus on the having babies part for obvious reasons. And there's 3 categories. I mean, you can only smash or marry. You literally can't kill them. I mean, you know. Oh, plus, I bet you'll duplicate the pictures. Ending it with 9, Death would somehow find himself in all 3. Same character, different conclusion. I was so disappointed in Death because like conceptually, right? Like when you think about it, like when you think about the Horsemen of the Apocalypse, right? Just like think about them. Think about all of them for like a minute. You've got pestilence, war, famine, and death, right? Is like the general consensus, I believe. And like out of all of them, I feel like the 2 hottest ones would be death and war. Like I feel like those 2 would be the hottest ones. And like death was such a disappointment in the book. I was like, and he's not hot though. And he's not hot. Like what the fuck? And so I just sort of dragged myself through the book, incredibly disappointed that he wasn't hot. Oh girl, how the fuck? Oh, I'm gonna have babies without adopting. Of course it's a straight trope. There could be, listen, in like a fantasy setting, the mechanics of having and birthing a baby, I feel like aren't important, you know? Like I feel like if somebody really, really wanted to end a story with like, and then these 2 people who technically speaking wouldn't be, you know, and then they drink magic potions and have 1,000 babies. Like it's possible depending on the genre. Oh damn, that's crazy. Oh my god, listen. Okay, the question. How do you feel about Sarah? Is she a good protagonist? I personally feel meh about Sarah. I'm disappointed in Sarah. I'm not disappointed that she fell in love with Pestilence. That's fine. I'm mostly disappointed in the way that she talks. I'm disappointed in her personality. I'm pretty sure that she spends a weird amount of time quoting Edgar Allan Poe or something. She spends a weird amount of time quoting Edgar Allan Poe, considering that, like, she's with Pestilence. Maybe that's supposed to be on the nose. Maybe it's supposed to be on the nose. That, like, she's quoting poems about death and, like, Pestilence is right there or whatever. I don't fucking know. All that I know is that, like, I'm not even necessarily upset with, like, what is it called? The actions that she takes, right? I'm not even upset with those. I think that Sarah has a couple good points. You know, she's compassionate, she's brave, whatever. I think she's really, really weirdly okay with, like, wait, no, is she? What? How okay was she with burning people alive? I can't remember. Do we ever? She does vomit after setting somebody on fire. But do we think about it again? I mean, I think she feels guilty for setting him on fire. That much I remember. I don't know. I just didn't. Me and Sarah Burns, it's just not for me. Oh, there's this great manhwa. I fucking loved it. An assassin ends up reviving in a different dimension. At some point, she gets kidnapped by a mage and shit. And the end is literally, well, you know what? Having a threesome with the great archmage and the king doesn't sound too bad. I mean, good for her, I guess. Point to consider. Thing Harry Potter universe is polyjuice potions. Lesbians can probably manage kids. Yeah, no. I feel like there's like so much stuff. Like, yeah, no, absolutely. The way that you just keep taking it for like 9 months. I would assume, or like not even. No, you don't. It's a one and done situation. Yeah, no, if I forget, in that situation it would be like a one and done kind of thing. Oh, why you have blank slates? Oh, what's that? A crow assassin just ends her chat. Listen, I don't like blank slates. Okay, this is lies and slander. Okay, I enjoy characters with personality, and just because you can't see Corpo's personality doesn't mean it's not there. I don't really like Edgar Allan Poe, not gonna lie. She feels guilty about him. Does she feel guilty about anyone else, actually? I don't remember. Also, she mostly just fights humans that are trying to kill her. So I wouldn't like expect her to feel guilt about that. I know that she does feel quite guilty about what Pestilence does to other people. You know? I do know that. Oh, I just realized why the TTS isn't working. Okay, that is very silly. It's all right. This is a 2 second. This is a 2 second thing. Hold. Browser source URL. Yeah, no, wouldn't it be amazing if I put the browser source like into, sorry, my bad, give me 1 second. Okay, yeah, there we go. You know, it would just be crazy if I actually put the proper browser source into the book club scene. It'd be so sick nasty if I did that. Okay, there we go. God damn it, now we have to refund more points. That reminds me, y'all, so many of your points got refunded recently. A shit ton of points got refunded, so I'm expecting that y'all are probably rich. Okay, and then like now that the browser source is here, it should work, hypothetically speaking. Control audio via OBS. Yep, and it's at 100. Okay, we're good. Okay, my bad, y'all. My bad. My immersion. Hello, streamer. What the fuck? Okay. Did it work? Did y'all hear it or not? Or is it works? Okay, thank God. Okay, thank goodness. Now I just have to make it so that way I can hear it. So that way I too also know that it is working. Excellent. Good. Perfect. Yes, excellent. No stewing and breaking my immersion like this. Why do you hate? I'm so sorry. Also, thank you for the refund. Could I get a refund? Just spent a lot on that CTS. The phone is just instant. Lies. More slander. Even more slander and even more lies. Oh my god. Hold on. Oh no, that didn't happen. Never mind. I forgot. But like, don't you have enough? Wait, I feel like you should have enough points for an instant regret. Like, if my math is correct, I feel like that should already be like a thing. Oh, done. Thank you. Oh my god. Thank you. The next thing is, how do you feel about the way Sarah talks? Because it drives me crazy. We kind of already talked about this, and the fact that she sounds like a shit poster. Like, hold on, there's times that like Sarah and Pestilence are like getting down and dirty or whatever, and like they're doing like the thing with like their bits, and like their bits are like mingling, and like she says like the way that she talks, like when they're together and like they're just jiggling around, is like kind of wild, you know? The thing with the bits, that's insane. You know, when they're like together and like they're making mashed potatoes with their bits and stuff, they're just swinging it in a circle together, alone in a room. One of these godforsaken post-it notes. What the fuck? Okay, no, that's, I know why that post-it note is there, but like also, what the fuck, past self? Good news, I heard it. Good news, I heard it. Damn, I just got quacked. Just say making babies, why don't you? Bro, but isn't saying they're making the mashed potatoes together so much better? Like, they're in the kitchen. They're like whooping it up in the kitchen or whatever. You know, they're mixing the batter. I feel like that's so bad, so much better. Oh, way of putting it. She tells him, my boy, I know why they call y'all the horsemen. Jesus Christ, if you swing it around, can you fly like a helicopter? Like, that wouldn't be out of place. The fact that that sentence wouldn't be out of place is like, what is like maddening. Why is oh, I forgot to like silence my phone as always. And so like it's weird because she's like, yeah, horseman, we're getting it down nasty style, and he's like, my beloved, oh how I love to hold you, my beloved. And like it's just crazy. It's just wild because like you have somebody who's speaking in like somewhat ye olden, you know, like, oh, my love for you, it burns hotter than 1,000 suns. And then you have Sarah that's like, yeah, I love it when you're so sweaty or whatever. Oh, right, water. I need to drink water twice. Let me frickin' set my phone to silent. My bad, y'all. Okay. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, there's so much. There's so much. Okay, there we go. Excellent. Good. Yes, perfect. My bad. Alrighty, there we go. Okay. In my country, we just call it having sex. America truly is weird, wouldn't it? Damn, that writing is dreadful. It's so bad, I tell you. Also, water has been consumed. Pestilence talks like Shakespeare, and Sarah's like, hey, yo, I like the way you get in my yacht. 7-6. Pretty much. Boy, do I wish it was different. What do you think about Pestilence? Can he be redeemed for his crimes against humanity? I don't know how to feel about Pestilence. I feel pretty meh about Pestilence, y'all. What crimes? He spread the plague. He was killing humans by spreading the plague. He was just going around coughing on everybody, making them sick. And, honestly, I take less issue with the whole Pestilence thing he's got going on and more issue with he doesn't know anything. Like, if you're the embodiment of sickness, right? Like, if you're the embodiment of all that could ail humanity ever from the dawn of time to the heat death of the universe, you would think that you would know more about the people that you're infecting. But he operates like in the same logic as a single cell amoeba. Like, he just infects. He doesn't, there's nothing to think about. He just goes in there and he infects. Like, he cannot, it's like, I know that eventually he does learn to comprehend the complexities of human life, but like, he really is just like single cell organism going in and just like obliterating shit. And it's like, he just didn't want to think. I don't know. What crime? So what? Of course you don't. I don't like Pestilence. I feel like he's pretty meek and childlike at times. He really gives me the ick so much. Imagine it as flirting on a first date. That's the same logic, but on a larger scale. You need to be more open-minded. About him being the bearer of illness? Listen, I think I'm pretty open-minded about that part. Yes, like, I feel like I'm open-minded about that part. It's like, okay, sure, like, you know, whatever. You know, he's clocking into work, so to speak. You know, sometimes your job is to just cough on humanity, and that's fine. I feel like I'm very forgiving about that part. Pestilence feels like, I got this job and I have no idea about anything else. He doesn't question. He's literally a nuclear bomb. I'm sorry, but I can't date someone that has the knowledge of a child. Sorry. Oh, exactly. Shit. What do you mean? Shit. What does this mean? Oh my gosh. Like, you know, the fact that he knows nothing is just like gross. I find it gross. I personally find it really, really gross. And like, that's a trope. Oh, I told you I'd rewatch that stream. Oh my god, that's actually one of your quotes. No. Oh no, I love that I literally can't remember anything that happened in the Bloodborne stream. I just remember that it was a good time. And that's it. That's literally the only thing that I remember. I had fun. It was a good time. Any of the details beyond that, they have already escaped me. It really was. It was. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. It was so good. I can't wait for Dark Souls. I can't wait for Dark Souls. That's gonna be an experience. I should Blue Pestilence. Listen. Oh my god. Okay, do you think Sarah has Stockholm Syndrome? Yeah, probably, honestly. Oh, think about this though. Human understanding and philosophy is a rather young concept. Pestilence has been around much longer. His brain has forms, and as you age, it becomes harder to store new things. It's quite possible that he just doesn't grasp value of life because he doesn't grasp philosophy. Ooh. His brain is like so thoroughly aged by time that it just can't store new information. Honestly, I feel like that's not a bad, like, theory. I feel like that's not a bad theory, and I feel like parts of the book actually could, like, complement that idea. Because Pestilence does say, I think a couple times, that, like, he's been around since before humans, and that he's just watched so many things get sick and die. And, you know, he never really bothered to learn about much of anything. Because, like, I guess he hasn't really had to until this moment in time. Right? Like, he's always just been around in, like, a vague metaphysical sense. And not, like, a physical body, man on horse sense. He hasn't really had to live the man on horse life until the book. So, you know, that's fair. Would you do a Dark Souls in one sitting? Yeah, no, I'm planning on doing Dark Souls 3 in one sitting. I don't think it's actually going to... It's going to be an attempt, but it's not gonna... I don't think it's gonna be successful. Oh, yes. Like, 90% of the protagonists of this book, which, funny enough, that can't be, because the Four Horsemen are concepts of the apocalypse created by humanity. Yeah, they sure are. They sure as fuck are. I mean... oh, why not go for an easier game? I mean, okay, like what game are you thinking about? What easier game do you have in mind? And why do I feel like you're gonna say a Barbie game? The Last of Us would come to mind. I'm not playing The Last of Us. I'm not playing The Last of Us. Because, oh no, my bad. Freaking, I think... Going back to the whole can Pestilence be redeemed thing real quick. I think that Pestilence probably could. Like, in the sense that, like... I don't know. I feel like there are plenty of destructive forces in the world. I feel like Pestilence is like the human equivalent of a hurricane. Like, yeah, it's bad, but like, can you hold the hurricane accountable for being a hurricane? I don't really know, you know? I guess it depends. He literally can't be older than humans existing because he is literally created by the concept of human destruction. Thus, he can't be older than them. I also know that in the book it says that, at least within the mythology of the series, the going thing is that God created the Four Horsemen. Is the thing. Because, like, they think about... each of the horsemen have their personal gripes with God. And they're not too pleased about this entire situation that they've been put in. Where they have to, like... A lot of them don't want to be awake. Like, Death did not want to be awake. Death came to Earth grumpy as fuck because he was like, all of my brothers have failed. None of them destroyed humanity properly, and now I have to do it. And now I have to be awake. A physical embodiment of death, and I have to walk with my 2 human legs all around the world, killing everything. Like, he was pissed. And, like, he was also thinking, like, why did God make my brothers so fallible that human woman can fell them? Like, he was upset. He was so pissed. And, like, each of the horsemen has, like, that sort of, like, philosophical debate with themselves. Like, oh, I was created to be destructive. I'm pretty sure that God wants me to be destructive. So, like, if I stop being destructive, that means I'm not doing what God wants, ? Oh, except at least 20 hours, though, for playing The Last of Us. I really don't want... I'm not gonna do it. Like, I'm willing to try with other games, just not The Last of Us. Can Tabby be redeemed for her crimes? Like 1995. Nobody can prove that I did any crimes. Thus, I don't even need to be redeemed. Oh, it's wrong, but it's the... Oh my gosh. It's wrong, but it's the book mythos, so I won't give my opinion. How about this, Taffy? Why not create a section on the Discord dedicated to the 1 game per sitting challenge? Set the rules, the amount of time available, and what sort of games do you want? Promise I'll let you focus on the book. Okay, alright, okay. I can do that. I can do that. Give me Give me 1 second. Okay. For the challenge, specifically for the sitting challenge, I'm willing to do the sitting challenge 2 times a year. Anything more than that, I would expire and die. But yeah, no, I can totally do that. Oh, can we not play a depressing ass game for 20 hours? Or we could be depressed for 20 hours. Because Dark Souls 3, 1 sitting, bro, I can do it. No, you know what? I take it back. I can do it. I can do it. Why, you think I can't do it? Because I can. Because I can do it. I'm reminded of the Hitman games. One of them, Agent 47, converts to Catholicism and tries to retire. Then goes on a murder spree to save a priest. At the end, the priest says, maybe murder is God's purpose. No shot. No way! Bro! The Hitman games are insane. That's crazy. Every single thing about that is crazy. The fact that he converts to Catholicism, question mark? The fact that, like, oh, channel created, thank you. Oh, thank you. The fact that he converts, the fact that the priest is like, actually, my child, you should be murdering. It's wild. Oh, no, you can't. You can't. Of course I can. What is it? Of course I can. Of course I fucking can. But just thought of a funny idea. We could bet on the boss that makes you rage quit. You could. I mean, yeah, sure, you could, I suppose. We can have a betting ring of sorts, Okay, and then does Sarah have Stockholm Syndrome? The answer is kind of like, we already know the answer is yes. We already know that the answer is yes. She spends, I think at one point she might say that she's worried that she has Stockholm Syndrome. I don't know. I'm not convinced that, like, if it was a situation where she had met Pestilence many times instead of been stuck with him all day, every day for several days, that they would have fallen in love. So yeah, I think Stockholm Syndrome. But just the thought of, oh no, Dark Souls 3, no DLC in 12 hours. I think it's completely doable, easily, very easily. Well, you would think it's very easy, but like for me, I don't know. I feel like I need the full 15 hours, which is the first boss. Ye of little faith! Ye of little faith, I can do it! Hey, Anteater, good morning. It's good to see you. I will not be rage quitting, I swear. Even in 8 hours, easily for whom? Oh, you see, if Pestilence had kidnapped you, he would have given you back because you outstink him and you would eat salmon without it being charred. I really want, like, charred fish now, damn. Damn, shit. Charred fish would be amazing right now, actually. And now I'm hungry, and now I'm realizing that I am hungry, crap. Remember, Bloodborne was with 17 with all of our help and the dungeon. I forgot about the dungeon. I completely freaking forgot about the dungeon. Frick. Okay, I mean, with Bloodborne, sorry, not Bloodborne, with Dark Souls, I'm sure that there's a way to, like, get extra souls. I'm sure that there's a way to get extra souls in there somehow. I'm, like, certain. Oh, do you think Sarah and Pestilence's relationship is romantic? Why or why not? No. I don't really think it's romantic, mostly because as we've already discussed, Pestilence is too innocent, and Sarah continues to be Sarah. So yeah, there's nothing, I don't know, there's nothing. They have their moments. I'll say that. They have their moments. Usually when Pestilence is talking, when he's like, oh, I just love you more than the moon and stars. And I'm like, oh, okay, like that's sweet. And then, you know, Sarah will jump in and say something weird and I'll be like, and you killed it. And the mood, you killed it. Oh, Cheetah, let's run this 60-yard dash. It will be quick, easy to happy a snake. Breakers for drink to wiggle their fast. Whatever. Alright, whatever. Oh, 14. Short one stream game. Hitman Blood Money. Okay, one stream game. Hitman Blood Bunny. Okay. Blood Money. I feel like I don't know if it'll be one stream, but I feel like that game is short, right? So like it wouldn't take very long regardless. It sounds like you're describing Corvo and the Empress. Whatever. Okay, whatever. Oh. There we go. I feel like Pestilence is an absolutely toxic relationship. Quite literally, it's in the name, and it's not romantic. It's a relationship caused by isolation. Same as the twins in Dark Souls 3 that ends up being incestuous due to literally not having anyone else. In this case, it's not having anyone else plus kidnapping. There isn't more than obsession in lots of cases. So no, not romantic. It's just an unhealthy relationship caused by the isolation of kidnapping. The literal definition of Stockholm Syndrome. I think... Okay, so like it's nothing like Corvo and the Empress. It's nothing like that at all whatsoever. It's just not, like, this is so different. Like, it's just not the same, you know? Like, Corvo and the Empress, I think, was actually legitimately romantic. This is just, you know, unfortunate. This is unfortunate, is what it is. Oh my god. Okay, longer with the story. Hitman Absolution, where it is revealed that Agent 47 still tithes. You have to be shitting me. Shitting me. No way. No shot. No fucking shot. The lore that Agent 47 is Catholic and regularly attends mass is so crazy. What the fuck? Okay, I'm pretty sure. Did I start playing Absolution? I think I started playing either Blood Money or Absolution on stream, and then I never went back to it. Oh god, okay. It's been written down. One dishonored mission, one sitting. Crazy, whatever. Okay, whatever. Okay, so there was like one other thing that I wanted to say about it. I think that weirdly, okay, I'm not the biggest fan of the ending of romance books where they're like have the babies, but I think that it is the most romantic part, in part because it's the most normal, because like they're both human, they're both like on the same like equal footing, and then they're just having a family, and like that's fine, like that's normal. And I think that's the only part that can be considered romantic. Everything else besides that is sketch. Oh, it's not. Corvo and the Empress have genuine feelings for each other, and Corvo does in fact have feelings for the daughter. It's just a forbidden love. Her death makes him fall into revenge, but ends up not getting revenge to prove a good example for his daughter. Exactly! This is what I'm saying. Like, Corvo and the Empress, they have real feelings for each other. It's actually really freaking sweet. Like, they have a whole daughter together. Like, everything about it is just the sweetest thing ever. The targets get a fate worse than death, please. I mean, yeah, sure, the targets get a fate worse than death, but like, you know, it's not important. It's not important because the targets aren't important. Like, You know, it's what else. 1-2 missions per stream. Hitman 1 through 3. That serves to wrap up 47's career. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, I could probably do. I could do 2 missions on a long stream and 1 mission, hopefully, in a single stream. So that wouldn't work. Also, I love the Hitman series. There was a point during the summer where I spent an outrageous amount of time playing like the latest Hitman, because of how fun it was. So, you know, mayhaps Hitman, just a Hitman series in general. Oh, it's the most romantic part because it's the only actual romantic thing of the book that is given from genuine love at that point. The rest is just incredibly sketchy. Yeah. Oh no, it's the Weird Apocalypse romance book. Hey, Alice. Good morning. It's good to see you. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Hitman. You know, like, I think I'm saying it correctly. Like Hitman. Is it wrong? Hitman. I'm not hearing it. Oh, and the daughter isn't his. It's left very ambiguous. We all know that the daughter is his. We all know that that's his daughter. Collectively in the Dishonored, you know, we just know. Okay, that is indeed his daughter. Like, we can't retcon this. It's just fact. It's simply fact. Pestilence gets advantage of Sarah because she has no one else, and Sarah takes advantage of Pestilence because he literally has the minds of a child in some aspects. I don't know which is more heinous. Like, the weird thing, I can't remember when they started sleeping together. Like, when they started sleeping together, I don't think that in of itself was sketch. I think that the fact that he needed to be shown what to do grossed me out personally. Like, I got the ick. Because like he didn't know how to do it. If I remember correctly, which I might not be remembering correctly. I remember there being some questions about it. But yeah, oh, I love the new freelance Hitman mode. Oh, it's so much fun. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Oh, Hitman. There's only one dude. Like Hitman. Hitman. I mean, he's Agent 47, which implies, listen, okay, there's not, like, Agent 47 implies that there have been 46 agents before him. So, like, there's more than one. Stop saying Hitman. No. You can't make me Hitman. No. It's Hitman. Do you say Batman? Men in Bat. I mean, I think that we should be saying Men in Bat, like, as a society instead of Batman. It's left ambiguous, but if the plumber is black and the daughter is black, 2 + 2 = 4. But even then, he adopts her. By all means, she becomes Corvo's daughter. Oh, why does a creature of doom even have a penis? Good question. For fun, okay? He has a penis for fun. All right, what's wrong with that? He can't have can a creature of doom not have a little bit of fun? Can a creature of doom not be in possession of a penis? I feel like that's the least of our worries in this book. All right, okay. That is the absolute bottom of the list of issues in this book. I'm glad that he has a penis because apparently him having one was key in him deciding to not, you know, do the whole apocalypse thing. There are canonically 49 clones. So there are other hitmen. See? Oh, there are plenty of other hitmen. 49 of them. They were in the first game. They all died immediately. Immediately! Bro, I should probably play the first Hitman because I have some questions. Oh, he has a penis because we need to have a sex scene in a romance book. Tell me, if the horsemen don't eat or have any normal human functions, why do they need an organ to pee or have sex? I assume, okay, literally, y'all, and this is like ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous, but I assume that like he has a penis specifically to have sex. Like, and I feel like that was the thought process when like whatever ancient being cast Pestilence down upon the earth in a human form. I feel like the penis was for sex and nothing else. I feel like it was like ordained by God that he needed to like go out there and smash. I feel like God wanted Pestilence to go out and get some, you know? That's the general vibe that I got from the book. Oh, my bad. I need a mute. My bad. Oh my god. Oh boy, excuse me. Ew. Gross. Why do you have to say hitman? I can't with you. Because it's easier. And also, it more accurately describes the game. There's more than one hitman. There's many. There's apparently 49 of them. I'm surprised they didn't shoot for 50 just for an even number. Oh, with who? The other horseman literally makes no sense. Nice nose blowing, girl. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Speaking of which, if vampires are dead and blood pools at the extremities when you die because it no longer circulates and the penis is relatively down there, does that mean vampires have permanent boners? You know, I had always assumed that technically it meant that oh, I had this question in a stream in Cup Bands. If a vampire doesn't have blood circulation, how do they have a boner? I assumed that, like, oh, Twilight covers this. Twilight does cover this. Twilight does indeed cover this. Because of course it does. It depends, and also this depends on the particular lore of the vampire. There are vampires that can't get it up because like their blood isn't moving. The blood isn't moving, so like blood can't move where it needs to go for a boner, you know? I refuse to accept Twilight as a legitimate answer to anything. They should. And there's nothing wrong with that, okay? Like it or not, Twilight is part of vampire mythos now, okay? It just is. And how do you know? Of course you would. So is Pestilence the only one who decided not to apocalypse? What about the other three? Is Sarah gonna take one for the team to save the world? That's what I thought when I started reading the series of books. I thought, okay, Sarah Burns is gonna sleep her way through all 4 of the Horsemen of the Apocalypse, and it's gonna end with a horseman harem. Tragically, it's not the case. When I tell you that I started reading this specifically for the horseman harem, and the horseman harem never happened. Like, oh, the disappointment. But no, like all of the horsemen basically fall in love with like random ladies, and they decide, okay, humanity is good actually because I've met a lady and now we will settle down and have children together. Literally all of them settle down and have children. Literally all of them. Famine hated kids, and then like in the sequel, Death, at the end of the Death book, Famine was like, oh, maybe I was wrong about children. Maybe I would like to have 1 or 2, you know. And I was like, oh damn, okay, well fuck, okay, alrighty then. Oh, this is the Skin of a Killer Bella flashback, a harem in a normal romance setting. Sorry, girl. It could happen. It could happen. Romance books are different nowadays, y'all. Romance books are completely different. It could totally fucking happen. The doors in the romance genre have been blown wide open for like whatever. Like 10 years ago, I would feel like, yeah, it would be kind of hard to find It would have to be, I would consider it a niche book to find something like that. But nowadays it's like I feel like I could, you know, find it like in a Barnes and Noble, like no problem. Oh, fake ass horsemen. Do they even have a horse? What if the horse still wants to apocalypse? They do have a horse. Each of the horsemen has a horse. The horses are cute. Sarah names this particular horse, names Pestilence's horse Trixie Skills with a Z. I wish I was joking, I'm not. She named the horse Trixie Skills with a Z. And what is it called? Yeah, they all have horses. As far as we can tell, the horses all tend to seem relieved when they stop apocalypsing. The horses are generally happy when there's no more constant murder. Oh, they do have a horse. For a moment I thought you were saying they shared one and took turns. Although that would be amazing if the horse was the only constant between all of the books. Tragically not. I'm reminded of the horse in Over the Garden Wall, and I quote, I want to steal. But yeah, no, different horses, different horsemen, different romantic interests, which, you know, damn, I feel like missed opportunity. The fact that like it's like different people. Okay, what are your thoughts in the oh, this is perfect. What are your thoughts in the apocalypse? How do you think is humanity dealing with that? You know, that grammar. That grammar. I just shoved in extra words there. Don't mind that. It should read, how do you think humanity is dealing with that? Hey, a stormtrooper tried to shoot me with a water gun. But as usual, he missed. Hey, synopsis. Good morning. It's good to see you. Thank you for the bit. Most importantly, thank you for the amazing pun. I appreciate it. Let's go. Oh, double the to meet the word count. Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, right. And there is a double the. Shit. Well, that's unfortunate. I choose to interpret this question unrelated to the book, instead apply it to the real world. By all fucking means, don't let me stop you. Please do. I'm kind of surprised that I'm surprised and also not surprised. I feel like humanity was in shambles very quickly. Like there wasn't a lot of organization between towns. Each town was surprised that Pestilence was arriving. Oh, right. Also, that I should mention that when the 4 apocalypse horsemen came down, all electronics stopped working. Like anything technology based stopped working. So cars, phones, computers, everything stopped working across the board. So that caused a lot of problems as well. And I know that that's part of the reason that like humans dealt with it kind of weird, but also I feel like humans have electricity has only been around for so long. Like we have methods of communication, like carrier pigeons and shit. So like, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I'm back. You would never guess who went to scream already about going to bed. No fucking way. It's so early. It's so early. What is she doing? Bro, I love how the fate of the world hangs on 8 people's first relationships working out. Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. I mean, for the ladies, they've all have had past prior relationships. Except, no. Yeah, no. For the ladies, all of them, it's implied that they've had past prior relationships. It's just the first relationship for the horsemen. Hello, Tappers. Hey, you. Hello. Good morning. It's good to see ya. Oh, damn. They really bought the apocalypse. Everything electric stopped working. How do I play Candy Crush now? I know, right? Oh, how much tech does one need to have for it to stop being tech? Oh, also fuel engines exist. Fuel engines exist. Generators exist. Like, I think it's like, it was magical in nature. It's not like everything broke like supernaturally. It's not like it can, and like it only works sometimes. Like there's like electricity and stuff that only works some of the time. I just realized that there's a plot hole in later books because, like, you know how like with skyscrapers, y'all, right, that you need a water pump to get water to like higher floors? Otherwise, because of the way that most water systems work, there are tons of water systems that are gravity based. So like if you have a tall building, you need something a little more to like get it to the upper floors. Nobody should be living in a building that's higher than second story. Whatever, that's not important. None of that is important. Shit. So if the horsemen are real, how is the world dealing with the revelation that God does too? Not well. I think some people go crazy. They don't deal with it very well. There are a couple people that like they're comforted where it's like, oh, okay, like there is something up there, but then like it's coupled with the fact that God exists and also wants everybody to die. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, sure, it exists, but also it's a vengeful, wrathful God. So like, how good is that? You know? Not so great. Everything with a microchip, essentially. I mean, yeah, essentially, yeah. Okay, but imagine if the first relationship with the horseman was like my ex or something. The world is over. Tragically, yeah. The world would be over pretty quickly. Okay, you were thinking about water pumps. Are you thinking about walking up the stairs for 50 stories? Walking up the stairs for 50 stories isn't feasible, but also it's not impossible. Depending like what is placed on like a high level on the 50th floor. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. That's a huge plot hole. Oh fuck. Oh shit. You'll better start working on immortality because I don't want to see what's up or down there. Essentially, yeah. Although in the book they do talk about that, like basically everybody goes to the same place. Essentially, there's like no hell. It's just everybody's going to the same place, more or less. Oh bro, 50 stories up could be like 2 kilometers of stairs. You would literally take 1 arrow bare minimum if you're super fit and fast to get to your house. Yeah. Nothing about a skyscraper works. They're just sort of... A skyscraper is like a dead tree waiting to fall over in the apocalypse. Like, it's gonna start decaying. It's not gonna be as strong. Everything about it is just a shit show. Everything is soup. Everyone ends up in the soul soup. Pretty much, yeah. That's the way that it is. Everybody ends up in the soul soup. And, you know, where they are forgiven for all of their crimes. Which is that even shocking considering like the subject matter of the book, like falling in love with one of the horsemen. I'm not surprised that the theory in the book is the soul soup. Soup. The baby is giving me the eyes with such intensity. Oh my god. So adorable, so stubborn. Imagine living on one of those Judge Dredd mega buildings and the power goes out. Bruh. Oh god. How do you even get out? How do you even get out of the building? Like, everything about it is like such a nightmare. Anyway, yeah, no. To answer the question, I don't think humanity is dealing with it very well. I feel like they're not using all of their all of the things at their disposal. I feel like, in order to succeed. Okay, but isn't this concept a fucking banger for a book or what? I mean, I guess most people normally don't. I suppose so. I suppose so. Oh my god. Now I'm just thinking about, there's so many places that there must have been chaos when the power went out. This book has plot holes, y'all. Okay. What did you think about the ending? Do you believe it's a happy ending? I think the ending is meh. I think it's a happy ending, but it's stock freaking book ending. Okay. Food, I'm pretty sure. What about the food industry? So it's really interesting. Oh crap. Oh no, that's just my headphones. Y'all can still hear stuff. Okay, good. Let me fix that. There we go. So hospitals completely in shambles. Completely and totally in shambles. The supermarket's also in shambles. I think that I wouldn't be surprised if there was looting. And like the food industry, from what I understand in later books, the food industry basically went back to being a completely hyper local thing, like in ye olden days. So like there were farmers who like went and like sold their food. Like ye olden market stalls were a thing again, and like ye olden butcher, and you just went to the market. There's also trading between towns, but there's not an excess of information, which I find fascinating. Totally lots of looting. Catastrophes. Hey Ronan, good morning. It's good to see you. How do you buy stuff without getting money from the bank because there isn't electricity? Exactly. Like, there comes a point where money is useless. Also, I hate the ending. Yeah, no, it's got the, it's got the ending that you hate. So naturally, it's not, gonna pass muster for you. What the fuck is this sentence? Okay, page 360. I went back to the end to like look over, and this is exactly once again what I'm talking about with like the dialogue, where like the dialogue feels kind of weird sometimes. They're like about to like sleep together or whatever, and she says, oh god, I'm going to cry. We're about to bone and I'm going to cry. And it's like, why are you calling it boning? Like before that everything is like romantic. Like it's candlelight, they're in her bedroom, it's candlelight. He's like, Pestilence is talking about how like, yeah, no, I'm still alive, I'm still here, I want to spend my life with you. And then she's like, oh, we're gonna bone. It's like, oh god. I'm on Elden Ring at the moment and I'm a little proud of myself at the moment. Oh, that's amazing. Why? Oh, Sarah, I think. Damn. Scathing. Maybe Sarah over Island. I would put anybody over Island. Island was really fucking bad, man. Oh, because this sounds like a bad fanfic someone managed to publish. Excuse you. Okay, this book, okay. It's a really, really good time reading it. Alright, does it have problems? Of course. Is it perfect? No. Did I have a fucking blast reading it? Yes. And that's all that matters. I read the whole series. I ordered. Do you know how dedicated I have to be to a book series for me to go to call a Barnes and Nobles and be like, can you order this book for me, and then show up in person because I didn't want to wait for it to come in the mail, okay? And show up and like got the next book in the series. I look at the series on my bookshelf and it makes me smile immensely. It's not perfect, but it was fun. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't know. Island was very bad, but I don't like Sarah at all. Island was like a Mary Sue. I'm not like other girls. I'm super special, and I run around wearing my crown and evening dress. Like, Island was bad, man. I started a new playthrough in Elden Ring as a wretch and beat the grafted Scion, the boss that's supposed to kick your ass and send you to the tutorial on a controller with stick drift. Hell yeah! Let's go! Oh, congratulations. That's amazing. Can we read something good again? Will you? Okay, no. Will you read the book if we read something good again? Okay? Will you read the book? If we read something good is the real fucking question. Each and every book club, y'all complain about quote-unquote wanting to read a quote-unquote good book, and I know that you will not read it. So it's just me reading a book that I can't stand. Like, why? For what reason? Okay, well, exactly. Okay. Why would I suffer? Why would I suffer? Why would I do that to myself? For what reason? Explain it to me. I need 10 points bulletproof MLA format. Okay, you can't stand good books. These are good books to me. I am reading my version of good books. Okay, I am reading my version of good books. I didn't dislike the book, except every time Sarah talks to Pestilence like a baby, I wanted to puke. You and me both, man. You and me both. Like, it was rough going sometimes. And the cleric person is totally judging you for it. Bro, I don't care. I don't even think that the cleric person was judging me for it. Okay, because listen, I picked up the book and she was like, oh, and I was like, yeah. Like, she was not judging. Okay, she understood the assignment that I have given to myself, you know. We could read Scythe next. It's pretty good. You can't stand good books. Why are you non-stop roasting it then? Because it's fun. Roasting the things that I love is fun. Roasting the romance books that I enjoy so much. I can see that they're not perfect. Why would I sit here and be delusional? I'm not gonna sit here and be delusional about all of the books that I like. Next book suggestion: The Rules for Twilight Imperium and the Full Lore Compendium. I would unironically love that. And I would unironically love that so much. The books weren't bad. I liked it. I had a lot of thinking about bottles and couldn't get my head out of how bad the relationship was and how disappointed I was with the end, but I liked the book. Cage Warrior I really liked. It wasn't bad at all. I simply thought that Nin needed more development, but I liked it. Yeah, no. Bro, I really liked Cage Warrior too. If I had to choose between Pestilence and Cage Warrior, I don't know if I could though. Like, I don't know if I could make the choice between the two of them. Listen, the change of reading the book, if it's good, gets higher at least. Is that good enough? I know. Thalassa, look at my eyes. Look at my eyes. Thalassa, look at me. I know you're not reading the book. Okay? I know you are not reading the book. Okay? And that's fine. And that's okay. It's okay. I'm happy you're here. You know, that's it. I'm just happy you're here. It brings me joy. That's all I care about. I don't need you to read the book, but I'm not gonna read a book that I fucking hate because it's quote unquote good. I feel like we have very different ideas of what a good book is. I tried to read a quote unquote good book and we ended up not having book club for like 4 or 5 months or something because I couldn't force myself to read the book. Like, I tried and I couldn't. Taffers, why should I suffer when chat can suffer for me? Exactly. Okay, roasting the things I love is fun. Cannibalism. Okay, fine, but I like to think that I would. Okay, but liking to liking to think that you would and actually doing it are two very different things. I would pick Caged Warrior over Pestilence any day. I think Pestilence I liked, but the relationship I couldn't stand. Caged Warrior, I liked the relationship. That's true. I think part of it is that I'm completely enamored with the concept of the Pestilence book. And Caged Warrior, I appreciated like the mechanics of like the story structure and like the writing. Because like it's like a classic romance book. Like classic fantasy romance book. And Pestilence is more of like new age in style. Personally speaking, I found Pestilence to be more new aged fantasy romance, and Caged Warrior was old style fantasy romance. And I have a huge weakness for the old style of writing fantasy romance. The new style isn't bad, and I appreciate it. But listen, I grew up reading a very specific sort of book. You don't even know what books I read. Okay, I'm pretty sure that we've talked about this before. I feel pretty confident that we've talked about the sort of books that we all enjoy reading before, but, you know, okay then, what sort of books do you read? What's your favorite book anyway? What kind of specific book? Just like any book, I suppose. Like, what's your favorites? What sort of genres do you like? All that stuff. My favorite book. Oh God, what is my favorite book? My favorite book isn't the issue is that my favorite book isn't an adult book. It's my favorite for like nostalgia reasons, not because of like anything. Like in terms of like books that I've read with a fully grown frontal lobe, I don't think I have a favorite. There's like just so many that I like. Okay, I think it would have to be like a toss-up between The Moor Child or Ella Enchanted for favorite book, I think. Next book club, Warhammer 40k, The Horus Heresy, the 54 books. Oh God, no, please God, no. Or Cyberpunk, but Mike Pondsmith, Worm, surely. Oh no, she's thinking. Worm isn't your favorite book. I'm so disappointed. Y'all, also, the next book club book is already decided. Next book club, we're talking about Worm. So, y'all, if you're gonna read it, do it now. God, do it now. I'm gonna break up the book club. What is it called? Apparently there's a lot, so I'm probably gonna break it up into two different book clubs. For me personally, the Dritz books and Primal Hunter. I remember that. I remember you mentioning the Dritz books a while ago. I do indeed remember. Frickin' yeah. I remember that the general consensus was that y'all mostly read like fantasy, but like a very specific sort of fantasy. Some like grim fantasy / more of the darker fantasy as opposed to the whimsical fantasy. I was gonna, and then Tyra said there's tons of chapters where fuck all happens, and I kind of suddenly didn't want to. I mean, yeah, there's a ton, but like, I feel like Worm is closer to what you would consider a quote-unquote good book than like all of the romance novels that I have been reading and am obsessed with. Cyberpunk by Mike Pondsmith, Sherlock Holmes, A Study in Scarlet by Conan Doyle, Don Quixote by why? I've read Don Quixote once. I don't want to read it again. I'll have you know I like some horror. Okay. Okay. Some horror. There's a romance book about a plastic destroying crow. And like a woman who's like wearing plastic. There's plastic woman and plastic destroying crow. Does that count as horror? Would you read it? I feel like it's I feel like it would have horror elements in it. You know, bro, I liked Don Quixote a lot. For real. It's a complex character actually, and the second book is fucking great as well. You know, I really actually shouldn't be surprised that you've read Don Quixote actually. Don Quixote gave me secondhand embarrassment when we had to read it in school. Yeah, plastic destroying crow. I loved it. Sorry, what? The romance book. There's a romance book about Plastic Girl and plastic destroying crow. It's a crow man who destroys plastic. But also, yeah, when I read Don Quixote, I had to do the thing where we analyze it, and I wanted to die. So unfortunately, that has been absolutely obliterated for me. Silly low-quality horror book suggestions: Rats, Lock Raptor, not horror, more wholesome, The Pikmin Trilogy, all by Paul Zindel. Okay, give me 1 second. Paul Zindel. Okay. Rats. Raptor. I love that all of the titles are just like one word. I actually really love that. Is he doing it for environmental purposes? Well, no. You know how crows like shiny things? You know how like crows will see something shiny and like they like to collect it and like they'll bring it back to their nest and whatnot and just look at it? It's like that. It's like, look, it's shiny, peck. You know, and they just go in there and they just destroy the plastic. Oh, the title gives away the plot. That's amazing. I love it. This crow craves plastic. Oh, I mean, I guess so. I like Don Quixote. The Descendant of Madness is great, and his obsession. Then the second book, he's dying of old age. Sancho then doesn't want him to die and tries to keep going, thus doing a full circle. Sancho is the one descending into madness, while Don Quixote becomes Francisco and stops acting as Quixote and becomes sane again. It's a perfect circle. I really like it, okay? Nerd! Big old nerd! I don't know, it's adorable. It's adorable that you legitimately like it. Unfortunately, school sort of destroyed it for me. So, you know, it's deeply unfortunate. Okay, the style of the tone of the book, you know, the style, the pacing. The pacing is actually okay. I don't hate the pacing. The style is fine except for parts of the dialogue. And rating this book a 5 out of 5, I'd give it a 3 maybe. I'd give it a 3 out of 5, I think. Mandatory reading has a way of making you hate it. Yeah. I think there were some books that I read that I legitimately enjoyed. But quite a number of things have been absolutely destroyed by mandatory reading. I don't know. Crime and Punishment was okay. It was miserable, but it was okay. I really like Quixote. Both books are the only good books. Cervantes outside his poetry. Okay, I was about to say, wait. Wait a minute. But yeah, no, outside his poetry. I enjoy his poetry. His poetry is good and incredibly enjoyable. I had to read a book on the history of salt for class. Going back to 800 BC? Bro, what? That's horrific. That sounds so boring. That sounds so like mind-numbingly incredibly fucking boring. Oh my gosh. Oh crap. The time, y'all. Okay. Oh my god. All right. I love that I constantly lose track of time with book club. Also, I am listening and I am paying attention. Extend. No. Lazario the Torms is great, but the author is unknown. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm familiar with the writer. Oh, extend the time. Yes, the time and the basil. The thyme and the basil and the oregano. I fear we've run out of all of them. I need to go to the store. You don't know Lazario? No, I don't. I know. Okay, I know. I don't. What is it called? Frickin' y'all. So obviously there's no need for a poll for the next book this time. As previously stated, we're reading Worm. It's probably gonna be a minute until next book club, combined because of the combination of holidays and the book is so big. So you know the drill, you know the deal. What about the next? The one after that? I don't know. After Worm, we can figure it out. After the final Worm book club. Because it's going to be 2 book clubs worth of Worm. So, once that's over and done with, we can decide. But first things first is the Worm book. The next book is both books from Don Quixote, the extended version. Lots of Worm, huh? So much of it. It's real big. Just... this book. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by and for hanging out. I appreciate it. We're gonna be back Thursday. What is it called? I hope that all of y'all have an amazing rest of your day or rest of your evening. I'll see y'all on Thursday.